YouTube, it's Brian Phillips. Look at this thing from RC Era. 148th, the CO32 UH1 Huey. Absolutely gorgeous. It's got some RC ordnance on here. Missiles and miniguns, both sides. Amazing. And beautiful painted artifacts here. We've got the tail feathers and, of course, the main rotor and the spares for all that too, by the way. Comes in the package, ready to fly with this transmitter. Also compatible with Radio Master, which is kind of interesting. And yes, this is collective pitch. So that's pretty cool. It's not just a fixed pitch heli. So it's not quite like what you've seen in this size class. That's almost unheard of, but not totally unheard of. Okay, so remember, when you first turn this on, down, then up, then back down, and it'll beep, and all the lights will stop flashing. You should be able to take off. I'm in speed 1. There's 3 speeds. We're going to talk about flipping upside down at some point. You have to be in speed 3, and then which way?
Up.
Up, and then back and forth, and it'll flip upside down. So we'll see if that works. All right, without further ado, take off. Literally press 1 button. There you have it, guys. It took itself off, got a little bit of movement, but nothing crazy. And we'll just bring this up just a little bit. Camera crew is going to go down just a hair. Oh my goodness, that is so gorgeous. Look at the top of those blades. Looks absolutely fantastic. I got to say, for being a little helicopter, that thing is gorgeous. Now, I'm just going to admit right now one thing you guys may not be aware of. Oh, did it freak out over the water?
I don't know.
This has a downward facing laser and a downward facing topo sensor. And I think it might, you see how it jumped up like that? Once you're over the ground, let's see if it does okay over the water. Little gust of wind. Do you see how it kind of breaks loose when you go over the water? That could be just that the laser doesn't like that. Oh man, it's got some speed.
Yeah,
that's in speed 1 too. Okay, so I'm gonna go to speed 2 and just show you that. So beep, beep.
Look,
yeah, it almost feels like it's, I don't know, there could be an air current too, but it's still super easy to control. Looks absolutely fantastic. And then just flying in front of the moon. Look at that. We're just going to the moon, guys. Wow. Look at that. Isn't that crazy?
It does.
Is it just going over the water? I think it is.
I think it is.
Because the laser sensor is also going to set the altitude. So absolutely fantastic performance. Really easy to fly. We are outside. It is light winds. And let's see what kind of damage we sustained, guys. It automatically shut off. I did not mean to do that. I was totally on accident. So let's see how bad we fared. Okay, camera crew, El Holdo. I did a little bit more damage than I would have liked to right there. But let's just see if we can pop this back together and take back off. Pulled that out. See that? And then we'll flip this. We'll see what goes on. They had something in the manual about being able to handle crashes better because it automatically stopped. And so, I don't know. I mean, other than that one little piece of plastic that might be a little bit screwed up, let's go put it back on the helipad and we'll see how it does. Okay? So sometimes the Chinese, they give us good stuff we asked for. Sometimes they give us stuff we didn't ask for. Okay, take off. Here we go. Now just duck if it comes towards you. Holy cow, I just crashed a helicopter and it took off, no problemo. That is so dang awesome, guys. And you know what? I might need to glue that tail back together, both halves, so that we have a good solid seat. Oh man, that looks sick. I love it. Okay, so now real quick, I'm gonna go to speed 3. There's speed 3, beep, beep, beep. Stay where you are, please. So what I wanna do is I wanna be above the ground. They say about 3 meters high. And then I'm gonna go up. So you're supposed to go up and then it's beeping. Oh, you know what? You gotta rock the other side. They said this, but they probably meant this. There it goes. And now it flies just like normal, only upside down. Guys, look at this. Now you're gonna lose your flow sensor, your optical flow sensor, but just like that, there it is, guys. I don't know if I trust this. Okay, hold on, I gotta get a picture with this. You good? Whoa.
Maybe.
Crashed once and flying upside down. That is so cool. Now I'm not gonna sit here and take my hands off the sticks because it's wanting to fly forward. I'm gonna see if I can trim it a couple trims. Hey, we need to stay back just a hair.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not real good on trim, to be honest, But that is so sweet. Okay, so now how the heck do you flip it back over? I think I'm gonna hit the button down and see if it goes back. Okay, so ready, hitting the up arrow on the trim next to the throttle. There it goes, guys, and it flipped right back. That is so sick and cool. Okay, so now let's see if I can not hit another tree. That'd be kind of cool. But as you can see, it also does loops, right? Or was that kind of a demonstration on the box?
I think that was the flip over thing.
The deet.
Yeah.
Okay, going right overhead. Oh, a little bit of wind just forced it up, guys. What a sweet little helicopter. I gotta say, it's not super flyby suggestion, but maybe a little bit more than we've seen on some helicopters in the past. I am in speed level 3, and so let's fly through the same tree that knocked me out of the sky, that just smacked me down. Yes! That's pretty good speed. Look at that. Woo! That is so dang cool. Oh man, look at that. They're coming for us. Look at this. Coming for us. Coming right overhead. Oh yes, love it. Okay, nature walk time, are we good?
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm gonna go to speed level 2 or 1, because I feel like it's got really good control in speed level 1. And as you guys can see, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go to speed level 2 just for a little extra of authority, because when the wind gusts in this way, it wants to kind of push it, and it wants to kind of be a little bit hard to push back from that little bit of headwind. Dang, that's awesome. Oh, so cool. I am loving this thing. I'm so happy because we don't ordinarily get these little helis to be this dang gorgeous and also perform this well, especially after a freaking crash. You gotta admit, that is phenomenal. And we have seen a lot of helicopters that have not performed half as good. I got a cut in front of you, camera crew. Okay, watch the mud there. Oh man, that is so dang cool. Guys, we're flying in Long Island for you today. This is what we call Long Island. It's all for the RC channel. That's what we do. We make crazy little experimental Long Islands in our backyard so you guys can enjoy it with us. Going back to speed 1, we're gonna get some cinematic elements here and hopefully not become part of cinematic elements. Oh, that is so dang cool. Gotta pick up the troops. All right, let's go to the mouth of the waterway and see what happens when we get close to the water. Oh, that is so dang cool. It's doing great next to the water. It's not getting all washed everywhere. And since the water's nice and clear right now, it's doing great. Should we try to land out in the water? Oh, that would be so cool, hon.
What?
Let's try it.
What do you mean?
Like out in the water on one of the rocks. Because we're so small, we can do it.
Oh.
You wanna try it?
Well, you're the one that has to go get it if something goes wrong.
Not like it'd be the first time, guys.
It would not.
Okay, so here we go. Let's try this one. This would be pretty dang good if I could get this to land right here. Okay, make sure your sensor's locked on. Oh, you see how it kind of kicks like that? It's got like that twitch. Okay, let's see if I can force this down. Ooh, a little bit of wind. A little bit of wind. Oh, buddy, we just got to get the troops. Come on. Give it to me. Oh, man, I don't know if it's going to give it to me. Those little gusts of wind are going to kill us. Oh, look at that. There's a runway back there. Well, at least the base of a runway. Okay, we'll land on a much bigger stone, much less impressively. Camera crew, if you want to stay back just a hair. I'm going to come to the one next to you.
Oh, okay.
You ready?
Yep.
Oh, this is going to be so sweet. And then we'll land on the helipad and we'll show you it can be done because we did take off from a helipad. Oh, yes. No problem. No problem at all, guys. It's going to be there. Hold down. Eventually, it's going to let off the throttle, but you can also press landing if you prefer. Okay, so I'm going to take off from here. We'll fly over to this little helipad. So take off. Guys, got to say, really good control authority. And what a sweet looking helicopter, guys. Look at this. After crashing into a tree and we're still flying this close to our faces, that is nutty. We don't normally do that. And I love the way the blades are painted. Oh, it's beeping.
Yep.
Okay, so let's land on the helipad.
Okay.
You ready? It's beeping slowly. We'll see how fast it dies. I'll probably go ahead and land it here. Guys, very easy landings, very easy takeoffs. You can force it down. Okay, so then once you've forced it down, if you have the beep, it's probably gonna be your warning for low voltage. Full disclosure, we did not have this fully charged. That was a pretty impressive flight time. Okay, I'm gonna try to take off with it low. Take off. Oh yeah, it's gonna let us take off. There we go. Now, one thing I gotta say is the rotor on this system seems to be maybe just a hair bigger than it would be in scale. Look how close it is to the tail.
Oh yeah.
You guys see that? But I'm okay with it because it looks the part, it does really good. And you've got that cool, tall standoff like you would on a Huey. And so I love this scale feature. Even if it's not necessarily perfect, I gotta say, I can tolerate it. Let's see if I can get it right on the H. On the H, baby, yeah! Now I'm gonna hit landing. That is awesome. RC Aero has really outdone themselves here with this Huey because we've seen a lot from RC Aero that's been so good lately. I gotta say, super impressed. Embarrassed I crashed. I did not mean to do that, guys. I didn't do that to demo this. Sometimes we do crash on purpose. That was just bad piloting. I ran into a tree. Can't blame a heli for that. But you can see I kind of cracked that plastic a little bit. I'm gonna go inside, put a little CA in there, close that up. You'll never know what happened except I filmed it for the world to see. And then I'm gonna take a green marker and I'm gonna touch up that little plastic right there. Guys, what a gorgeous little helicopter. The thing is really good. And we've seen a lot of good stuff from RC Aero of late. And I gotta say, this one's one you're gonna want to pick up from the links in the video description below. My suggestion, order it sooner than later, just in case they add like say a 3 billion% tariff. You might wanna get it today. But that being said, this thing is awesome. You will enjoy it. I know you will. Now, if you're looking for the cat's meow and every possible RC feature, you know, these little helicopters are usually not the place you want to be. But I gotta say, if you are brand new to the hobby, you don't have a lot of skill, this one's probably still a little bit more to handle than even that Bell 206. It's also a lot more, well, it's not a lot more expensive, it's a little bit more expensive. But it's not bad because you got that cool flip upside down feature, which is admittedly very freaky. And knowing how hard it is to fly a helicopter upside down in real life with just regular controller, it's incredible that these flight controllers are able to do it. Just the fact that we're getting auto leveling in these things and stabilization that works is incredible. Just a mere 15, 20 years ago, that was unheard of. And now we're getting it in the smallest packages. So guys, you will not go wrong with this Marines livery. And by the way, we are gonna try to pick up a couple more in all the liveries if we can get them, because this is a helicopter not to die for, because you don't want to die for toys. But I'm gonna say this right now, this thing is pretty to die for in general, because it is very good, it is very detailed. And yes, I've already broken off one detail and crashed a helicopter and it still looks amazing. Okay, I wanna see how this thing does when we take off from this giant granite rock. If it goes to low voltage, is it gonna totally kill itself? Let's try, take off, okay? Now I'm not gonna fly over the water now, obviously, because I'm assuming it's going to die. And so I'll kind of hold my altitude down just a little bit. Try to keep it kind of close to, you know, ground so we don't break it any worse than I've already broken it. Camera crew and I moved this rock yesterday right here over the water.
That one there, yep.
Yeah, we moved another one. Oh, there it is, hun.
Oh,
Should I fly over it? Yeah, we kind of rolled that one down. You want to not be right there, go on my other side, because then I won't accidentally have to. Whoa, that was kind of freaky, D. Did you see what happened? That scared me. I thought it was gonna fall.
I know, I did too.
But it's been beeping for a while now.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, that's a really long warning time. And one of the marks of a successful operation in a small helicopter, especially one that you can fly in light wind. Oh, there it goes.
You go.
Oh, please shut off. Woo! Landing.
Landing.
Stop. Okay? So, guys, real quick, that's the rock I was trying to point out. Sorry, camera crew.
Right here.
See?
Yes.
When that rolled off the forks last night and rolled into the bottom of the pond, I told you it was shallow there. She didn't believe me.
Not shallow enough.
What's this? What's this here? Somebody spilled some rocks in my backyard. That's
Nicer
weird.
than to put it in a straight line.
A perfectly straight long. Perfectly straight. So, this is the beginning of the dam runway. Well, the beginning was the dam. Guys,
Right.
the vision, it's happening right now before your very eyes. We've got a helipad back there. That is a real helipad. At some point it will be. and this is going to be the damn runway. Yes, it does go past the main runway, and yes, this will eventually, God willing and financially willing, we are going to hopefully have this all paved. You'll notice that that hill is flattened out some so that we have a nice, beautiful, very huge runway. This is wider, it's longer, and there's definitely no risk of going off into the water at all during a takeoff or landing, because you've never seen Brian Phillips go off a runway.
We have rescue boats.
So let's talk about this helicopter, because I got distracted by this
Maybe a
gigantic,
little undersized for this helipad.
dinky little project with this dinky little heli. You guys, you can't go wrong with this thing. It is very good. By the way, load the battery in 2 seconds. Boom, not even gonna shut it off. Pull it out. There is a flashing light to indicate that it's low. USB-C, press this for a second or two. Light goes off, that means it's off. Press it for a second or two, turns on. You can see the status. It's gonna flash if it's dead or needing charging. And then you can plug it into your USB-C from the provided USB-A to USB-C, but you do have to provide your own charger base, okay? So this is going to be the sensor that looks down. This is going to be the emitter and collector for the laser system. There's two systems. They're used for both altitude and topography reading, okay? They are different functions as I understand it, but I don't necessarily know for sure how all that works, because I haven't seen as many helis that have both of those features in tandem, okay? So the other thing that's nice about this is you can take this, when you're done charging, you don't have to pull it out, you can just leave it in there. So you put it on your table, take a look at it, a little bit of scratches. Nope, that's just dust, because this rock is kind of dirty. This is 3-inch clean, it's base for the road. There's gonna be more, there's gonna be 3/4 inch. This is 211 tons so far. That's it, just 211 tons. It was supposed to be like 240 tons, but that's because my camera crew didn't want the damn runway to go all the way up the hill.
Nope.
But you can see that the trucks that delivered it already started, you know, encouraging her to go ahead and extend the runway. Oh, by the way, a couple other things. Marriage advice on Brian Phillips RC rarely comes out, but I'm just gonna tell you this. If you want your wife to help you move 7,500 square feet of sod, don't do that. Instead, hire a crew to come do it, because when you move this much sod, many times there's an attempted murder charge.
It's possible.
I'm just warning you, be careful. There are many burial plots on this property that she could have used, and I was narrowly escaped sliding into many of them. But look how darn good that looks. Can you argue with how beautiful that is?
I probably would, yeah.
And so yes, we will have some video footage eventually of the pond, the build, and the billy goat cutting the sod right here. And when I say sod, I mean farm grass. So guys, you were wondering, what the heck are you talking about? You have a helicopter in your hand that you're trying to encourage us to buy and tell us about. Yeah, but here on Brian Phillips RC, this is a lifestyle, not just a habit or an addiction. It's a full lifestyle, right?
Right, apparently.
It really is. It is, for real. Because at the end of the day, we really love this stuff. And we're not just doing it for show. And no, I never crash my helicopters into boxes just to show you another product. That is ridiculous and disrespects our hobby. I'm never gonna do that. I will crash into stuff, but I love this stuff. I'm not gonna crash it to be a smart aleck. I'll be a smart aleck without that. So please, camera crew. So soon enough, you'll see a little bit more stuff in here. Probably another 100 tons of 3/4 inch stone that's gonna go in and lock this. Then there's gonna be concrete on top of it. Before that happens, there's gonna be a building where those 4, which you can probably only see 3 of them because the tree's blocking.
There's 3.
That's where the damn gift
4.
shop is going to be, guys. So if you wondered what the damn gift shop is, it's probably right next to the dam, which is next to the damn runway. If you don't know the reference for why I bring up the damn gift shop all the time, just watch National Lampoon's Vacation and get back to me on that, because most of us know it. And it is hilarious. So it's gonna be right there. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be sprawling. It's gonna be amazing. And it's gonna house all sorts of amazing RC products and bigger stuff too. We hope. So if you'll stay tuned, you can follow along and see the entire process. It's gonna be awesome, and it's gonna be just trickled out over the years. Over the years. Hopefully it's only 2.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's only 2. Mm-hmm. But guys, if you would please, desperately, we need you to help us make it not 7 years.
Yeah.
Or 8 or 9.
For those burial
because those
plots
burial
will come
plots
in
are gonna
handy.
definitely come in handy. Oh my goodness. Anybody who's built a house with their spouse, leave comments about how awesome it was and how not stressful. And
After you do that, you should start a YouTube channel and build a building and make a road. And
I mean, if you really want to do that stuff, look, something just jumped in there. Guys, so the pond is just one of these things that we're doing to help facilitate the aerodrome here on Brian Phillips RC. If you want to help support our channel and the things that we do to train people up in the proper RC ways, all you have to do is look no further than BrianPhillipsRC.com or BPRC.me. If you don't know how to spell my name or spell in general, you can go to BPRC.me. You can check out our website. And we'll have videos that show things like, hey, me smiling, look. And you can compare this to another one with me smiling, look. And you can see how we liked it. I'm going to tell you this. This was good. We've had a lot of good. This one's really good, okay? I feel like we're getting almost to the hobby grade feel, but obviously we can't come out of the auto leveling. So you heli guys are going to hate that, but you got to remember, and I got to remind you every time we do a video, the heli guys out there that just cannot get past the fact that somebody would not spend 7 or 8 or 9 months learning one of the hardest RC skills ever to wet their whistle on helicopters. If you're surprised by that, I just want to remind you, we need people in the hobby, especially helis. If you can get little sick, beautiful models that are super scale like this is the type of thing that I want. You don't need to have 24 acres to play with this toy. It's obviously sub 250, which I probably should have measured that in our video. But it is, I can tell you right now, it's probably about 100 grams, if that. And it is fantastic. Complaints would honestly, I just feel like the rotor's maybe just a hair bigger than it should be. But that might actually be about right. And I got to say, the tail feathers look really good, even though it's simple, and that is what appears to be a brushed motor. Now, if it's a brushed motor up front, I'm not sure because I can't see. And to be honest, I just don't know. So I'm not going to say. Do you remember?
it says brushless.
Oh, if it's brushless, then the main rotor
Oh.
must be brushless.
Yeah.
So, but this tail rotor doesn't appear to be brushless because that looks like a regular coreless motor is what they
brush
like
motor.
to. China
Yeah.
likes to call them coreless. I don't know why they call them coreless because I don't even know what that means. But in typical RC Chinese fashion, I'm going to tell you the instructions. They don't make any sense. Up, then once it beep, 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 you roll or roll. Flips upside down. When you're done, up, and it immediately flips back to right side up.
Oh.
Remember, whilst upside down, all of the controls stay the same as though you were right side up. But you lose the benefit of the downward facing sensors, which help in terms of guidance, drifting, and altitude hold. So you need to be very careful. This is not barometrically controlled. It's not GPS driven. Okay. So that means it's looking up in the sky. It doesn't know where you are at that point.
So if you go down, you're going to crash. Like if
Oh yeah, you can run into the ground.
there's nothing.
But
that's
you can
gonna-
break past the 3 meter threshold. I believe it'll let you down because it doesn't really know. It knows. It doesn't know. It knows. It's assuming. It knows. It's assuming, right? Guys, it's upside down. It doesn't know. If you fly under a tree when it's upside down, you might get some bizarro effects, I'm guessing, okay? But you fly over water and you won't get any change. Also, we did have some gusty drifts that came through while we were filming. So if you saw this drop, I think it might have been a little bit of a response to those gusty drifts, okay? So with all things considered, camera crew, come with me. We're gonna take them on an RC nature walk. I don't know if you guys ever saw that, but that's our little creek that runs out, and that's the stilling pond that is, yeah, that's right, another 31 tons of rock that we had to put in when we built our pond. Because we only had to put 240 tons of it over there, which is more than is right here.
Then what's your?
By 30 tons. So like another truckload and a half or something.
Yep.
But this is literally underwater over there. That was required by engineering.
Bigger rock too, right?
Yes, that's 5 inch.
5 inch.
5 inch sub. And over there, that's 5 inch too. So this is 3 inch. And you can't even see it now. So there's a golf green up here. It's actually not a golf green. That's just a joke. We call that our $3,000 drain. So we talk more about this in our pond video, but I just wanted to show you guys where the damn gift shop's going to be. We might pivot it a little bit more, but this is basically the size. That's actually marked out by the pros, not by me. So they fixed it.
More marriage advice.
Yeah. But yeah, this is the overflows, and you guys will probably never see us filming when the overflows are running, but when they do run, it's an incredible amount of water in there.
It is.
That's when you have a flat dam that's designed to receive a semi-load or a semi-truck and a road that's 12 feet wide. You have to have extra altitude over the top of your drains, in case you're wondering. And anytime we build something, because of where we are located in our state, we have to many times go through engineering for a lot of different things. We just today got our structural drawings back, which was actually our third draft, but it's the real draft. And we know the structural plans for that building, which is so satisfying. And also only took 9 weeks.
Yeah.
9 weeks. It's a freaking post building. So anybody who has ever built a post frame building, you'll understand why I was just freaking out there.
Please don't tell us that your
Yeah, I built one for $1,500 last year. Yeah, well, that's not what we're going to spend. Trust me. So that being said, the moon's out. The weather's beautiful. People are dying to get here, as you can see. We always talk about the cemetery down the road. That's the cemetery, guys. But it's beautiful here. RC is a beautiful habit to have, and we want you guys to share in it. So that's why you're here on Brian Phillips RC, because we do long format, so you don't have to do a lot of guesswork when you're making your RC decisions. We're gonna help you make the best of your RC bucks by telling you the full truth, nothing but the truth, so help us God, as you make your decision to get out of the chair and into the air, because we help convince you that this might be the ticket. Remember, you don't have to start with a $10,000 investment to fly RC. You can start with $100 or $50 or $70. But a lot of those $50, $70, $100 investments are going to be, and we're going to tell you which ones. So that being said, very good. RCR is doing a great job. Check out links in the video description below. I love this thing. It's really good. It's really good. And I've been super impressed with some of the releases so far. Still, I gotta say, I still firmly believe that beginners are gonna do better with the Bell 206 than they will with this, but only marginally. And I mean very marginally. Because that thing is fixed pitch, very simple. You're not gonna have near as much complexity, and it's still drop dead gorgeous. This thing is got way more going on. It is gorgeous, but it's also gonna have a little bit more to break. And I believe it's a little bit more expensive, right? By a factor of what, like 50% more?
I don't know if it's quite that much, but it is more expensive.
Yeah, but it's awesome, guys.
Yeah.
So, and by the way, special thanks to you guys. If you're Patreons, thanks for supporting us on a routine basis. It really does help. YouTube incomes are down, just like everything in the world right now. It seems like the market is having a schizophrenic attack right now. But that's okay, because who needs to retire anyway? But then also, special thanks to you guys that are on YouTube, that are part of our membership group. Thanks for being members. That all helps to offset some of the ambiguity and ups and downs that we're experiencing in our very, very real world of Chinese products, which is going to be a little bit scary in the upcoming months. Don't wait to buy anything right now. If you want it, buy it today. Don't wait right now. I would never tell you that unless I was serious, because it's coming and it's going to be nasty. And I don't know how it's going to look. Okay. So if you want it, get it now. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait till Sunday. Don't wait till your paycheck. Get it ordered now. Put it on a credit card, because things could double or triple in price soon. Seriously. And I don't want you guys to miss out on the love of your life. Okay? Now, I'm not saying this one's going to triple, but there are going to be some items that are going to go up a lot. Mark my words. I hope I'm wrong. Please be wrong. But I'm probably not. So check it out, Brian Phillips RC. We're here to support the RC community. And by the way, we've got an unbox build radio setup coming, and we'll fly this thing inside just to show you how it does. It does great. And so you're going to love it. Oh, also, if you want to support us in other ways, we have Patreon, PayPal for one-time donations, YouTube super thanks for one-time donations, and then, of course, membership through YouTube are always much appreciated. But really, at the end of the day, the best way to help support the RC community and Brian Phillips RC simultaneously is to just buy the stuff you can't live without through the links. If you don't buy through the links, then you're just supporting the RC community, which is also cool. But when you buy through the links, you help support us financially so we can help supplement. And when I say supplement, I mean a little bit of what it's going to cost some of these insane projects that my wife has not murdered me for. Yet.
I mean.
So, you can tell we're in agreement about something. Stay tuned. Unbox next. Thanks for watching, guys. YouTube. Box time. We're gonna open it. Welcome to Brian Phillips RC. We open them, we unbox them, we show you what's inside, and then we show you how to set them up so that you can fly them. Whatever it is. Anything.
It all flies.
Well, sometimes they fly. My knife skills have gotten worse over the years, though.
We might need a new blade, possibly, maybe.
I don't know. It might be okay. Okay, so all I know is it's from RC Era, and it's gonna be a heli. Because, boo, yeah. All new from RC Era. Amazing, beautiful, huge. Oh yeah. We may or may not be doing it in other colors as well. Yes, yes. Ooh, we have some of these that haven't been released yet. Can't wait. Gonna be so cool. Let's see what's inside. Guys, these things have been really good. This is, of course, the UH1, which is a Huey. For most of us, call it a Huey. 1/48 scale from RC Era. So it'd be like the Bell 206 is one of my favorite little helis. Comes with a little USB charging cable. So we'll show you that real quick. And the reason I'm going to show you that real quick is I'm going to have to get this thing charging quick because we're losing sunlight. A little bit of assembly required on this because they got some guns and some tail feathers. And it looks like a spare tail rotor, a little hex drive, and a screwdriver Phillips. And then the rest of this I'm going to throw out. Now you can get this in different finish levels. Ours is going to be in a ready to fly finish. And as you can see, nice packaging. Spare big blades here. Looks like we have 2 of those, which is nice. And absolutely gorgeous helicopter, as you can see right here. Beautiful RC Era. We got light here. Man, look at this. That is so gorgeous. Look at the mechanism, just like we have on bigger Huey counterparts. That is so sweet. And then a single turbine on this one here. And just very gorgeous, very detailed. Even the skids have details on them, guys. This is just amazing. And then this, of course, is going to receive guns, but we got to be patient, and we're going to get to that. So RC Era, of course, you turn this on. 3D mode. I don't know what those things do, but I think you can fly this thing in an unstabilized mode, maybe.
I'm not sure.
But we're going to need some 4 AA's. Wow, look at that. So we have 4 AA's. We're going to put that on in just a second because I need to get this started. So the way you take out the battery, you squeeze these 2 to the side, and then it pulls straight out, just like that. So this is custom tailored to the aircraft. Of course, you can order yours with more or less batteries. This one just comes with the 1, and you can order it with up to, it looks like a total of 4 batteries, but ours came with just the 1, okay? I would recommend always getting as many as you can afford because these batteries are cheap and they're also unique to these helicopters. So this one will not necessarily fit in other helicopters, even though they might have the same pinout. They're not going to have the same bottom shape. Okay, so there's a power button on here, and usually there's some lights on some of them. There's one right there. So I'm going to press and hold the button from the bottom side, and you can see it shuts off. Okay, now you do have to have your own wall adapter of sorts. In our case, we'll just plug this in. It does come with a USB-A to USB-C. So that's a USB-A if you didn't know. This is a USB-C if you didn't know. This will go in upside down or right side up, but this will only go in one way. Plug that into the wall outlet, and let's see how this goes. So I'm gonna plug this in, and booyah, immediately the light comes on. Unplug it, the light goes off. Okay, so plug it in, light goes on. So we're gonna let that charge for just a second as we do the assembly. Won't need this knife anymore. That's just how quick you can be in the air with these RC Era helicopters. We just did this one the other day, which looks mysteriously like Consuela, but it's not Consuela. So just a different livery, and yes, very cool. The MD-500, 4-bladed. We've done lots of different helicopters, lots of different size classes, but I'm always a sucker for the most scale and the most sweet looking, and I love these little marks they put on the blades. Absolutely gorgeous, okay? One suggestion. Oh, let's go ahead and put these batteries in real quick. So the flat side is the negative on these batteries here, and the positive, of course, is down here, just AA's, run of the mill. Should be no big deal for most of you watching this on Brian Phillips RC. You're gonna know about AA's. But if you're a mother or father and you're not into this sort of stuff, you're doing this for your kids, this would not be a terrible helicopter option. Okay, so I must have left the transmitter in the on condition. I'm gonna turn that off. Takeoff, landing, you'll notice this is spring loaded to the center. There's 3 speeds, 1, 2, 3. And then it says mode 2 and mode 1, okay? 3D flip, stop. I'm not sure how that's gonna work. I don't know if that's gonna do anything for trimmers. This, of course, is gonna be your cyclic, and the collective is on the other side, but it's not actually a collective. Let's see what this says right here. Is there a manual in this box?
There was not.
Yeah, there might have been, but it's underneath. Oh, there wasn't. Okay, so I guess there's not a manual in our box. Now, this being an early sample may actually not have a manual, but yours should have a manual. Our experience has been they've been pretty useless, but we're gonna find out what this thing can do, and we're gonna do our best to showcase it. Now, the reason I'm saying that is because right now, if you look on this box right here, it's gonna show you some different features. Do you wanna read those quick?
Top laser radar. Oh, TOF. What is that?
Topography.
Then we have the optical flow.
Look, so there's an optical flow and then there's a laser here as well. So there's 2 different methods to go both keep the spatial awareness and the distance from the ground, which is pretty sweet. And then the auto leveling is handled by the flight controller.
Okay. Then the optical flow, brushless motor, 1 key fly backwards, though the picture shows upside down.
I think they mean upside down.
1 key takeoff landing, and then easy to handle.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. All right, so here we go. So this is painted with the Marines livery. Okay, so we have these fins that can be pushed in, I believe, and they go only one way. So their fin shape goes down. Okay, just a pressure fit, beautiful, the way we like it. Not a bunch of hoopla, not a bunch of dinking around to get that there. It looks absolutely gorgeous. And if you don't want them, you don't have to put them. We got a minigun and rocket pods for both sides, and it looks like we're gonna have to pass a screw through each side to hold those on. So if you decide to fly it without, that's also fine. Looks like these are going to go on or about right there. And yeah, that is the correct direction. So I do have to, this is called the CO32, right?
Yes, is the
And it's kind of hard to read, but love the livery. Love that gets covered up. Okay, so next thing's next. Let's go ahead and look at these screws. These screws are dinky, guys. So it comes with a bunch of spares. And then we're just gonna use this crappy screwdriver to show you that it may or may not work. Of course, for many of us, that's gonna be too small for our hands. So I'm just gonna show you if it works or not. Okay, so you put this totally dinky screwdriver with a totally dinky screw, and then you can set and rest your missile system into that. I'm gonna just rotate this around. Please don't get in the way of my light. Okay, so I'm gonna just turn this in very carefully. And as that goes, just don't over tighten it. Don't try to use a drill or anything stupid like that. It should be pretty easy. Okay, so that's not all the way torqued down. I'm gonna pick this up. It's a magnetic tip, but it's not quite enough strength to hang on to it. So trying to give you guys a shot so you can see what's going on, and it's just tough when they're so small. Some of these pieces are dinky. I love these small helis, guys. If they're small and they work well, I love them. And if they're big and they work well, I love them even more. But if they're small and they work like crap, or they're big and they work like crap, we're gonna tell you here on Brian Phillips RC, because that's what we do. We tell the full truth, nothing but the truth, so help us God. So you guys can see, even we got cable cutters here, so beautiful, wiper blades. No cable cutter on the bottom because it would be on the actual, oh, doorknob.
Oh.
Seriously, pretty sure it doesn't say doorknob on a real one. It might have said like emergency escape or something.
Right.
But doorknob, no, I don't think the Army labels and the Marines, like if you're too dumb to know where the doorknob is, I don't think they're gonna give you a gun. It's like barrel, magazine, buttstock. Okay, so I'm gonna just put this here. Now we've probably been flagged by YouTube.
Yeah, right.
Sorry,
Yeah.
YouTube. Don't worry, it's just toys. Okay, so this would normally probably not be mounted to a door that's not opened. But I guess I'm honestly not sure how that would work. I think in real life, there's supposed to be a mount bracket that goes under the door and wraps to the belly of the aircraft. And so they've simulated that, but of course the doors don't open on this one. Man, those are small, guys. They're really a pain in the neck to work with. I'm gonna just hold this on the end, bring the work to the screw, got it in. So now I'm just gonna turn it. There we go. So yeah, so I think in real life, these missiles, oh, that looks so sweet. Look at that, guys. And we're gonna have a green light here. And I think we're gonna possibly have a light back here. I can't tell. Looks like that got bent already. That's gonna be the first thing to break off, whatever that is. Yep, already broke off.
There you go.
And then this thing's gonna break off really quick shortly thereafter. But boy, that is sweet. So I'm assuming this will flash solid and solid, but they'll probably all flash together in sequence, and we'll see how this actually does. But man, that is so beautiful. I cannot wait to see it fly. Okay, so now full disclosure, we've got some spare screws here. So I'm gonna just take those and we will put them in this bag. Now I would definitely keep these small screws so that you can later at some point in your life, future self can build a small house out of all the screws if you collect enough aircraft like I've done. And as you can see, I'm just gonna slide all this back into the baggies, because one of the best things you can do when you get a new helicopter is keep everything in the box.
Forever, for all of eternity.
If you don't know what it goes to, it ain't gonna work.
No, that's true.
Right?
And the nice thing is they go back in the box if you're gonna store them away.
I love it.
Great.
It's a good fit. So guys, nice little carrying case if you're into that sort of thing. I like these boxes because they're small and they will go onto a nice bookshelf or bench or whatever. You can slide them in and then you can see what they are on the ends, which is really nice. And same thing here. Looks like a literal model. That is absolutely amazing. Gyro stabilized, but we're gonna see if the thing flips upside down. And for that reason, we have to find out if it's any good. And then we're gonna share it with you. Obviously here on Brian Phillips RC, we do take these reviews very seriously. I want you guys to get the most out of your RC dollars and cents. And with the tariffs that are about to come into force, it could be a lot more dollars and cents. A lot more dollars than cents. So this one is the UH-1 148th Huey. Huey. Okay? And that way I can tell which one's which. Because I'm going to tell you what, when you start getting so many of these, it gets darn near impossible. So I'm going to write this on here. 148th, UH-1, Huey.
And then you might want to put green or whatever, because there's like 4 different liveries of this one. So if you have multiple, you gotta make sure you know which transmitter goes to which one.
Okay. And the other thing is the RC Era is on the front, but I went ahead and wrote it on the back too, just to make it extra crystal clear.
Okay.
All right, so now our next move is to basically try to fly this, but there is one complication. That is, I don't know for sure if that battery is charged yet. Now, just to show you, this is from a recent one we did from the RC Era C184, okay? So this is the C034?
Yes.
Is that what that is?
Yes.
So
no, 032.
032. Okay, so one thing you might want to do is put that too. So that'd be the C032.
Yes.
Okay? So then, like this, it's black on black, so it's hard to see unless you want to see it. So the C184 would be the MD500, right?
Yes.
So MD500. And I just wanted to point out the fact that these batteries are different sizes and different shapes. And that, my friends, is why you need to get more than one. Because this is not going to slide into this Huey. In fact, I'm going to just show you that right now. Okay, from the MD500, even if it was the exact same battery inside this case, it's not going to fit because it's designed to fit in a different spot on that helicopter. See, it just will not fit. Okay, so for that reason, we're going to have to finish charging and we might have to come back in just mere moments. Okay, so bear with us. All right, so we're going to go ahead and pull this from the charger and we're going to just fire it up inside. Hopefully we have enough charge to demonstrate how it works. Okay, so unplug it from the charger, the light goes out. If you press and hold this, the light will come on. Don't put it in with that on. Put it in with that off, okay? So as with other helicopters, I like to turn on the transmitter first, but generally with RC Era and other different RC offerings for helicopters, you actually aren't supposed to turn them on first. It's a habit. I'd rather have the good habit and not need it than need it and not have it and have something go crazy, okay? So I'm gonna slide this in. It's not gonna turn on. Nice click to tell it's in. Press and hold the button. Yep, and you hear beeping. So as you can see, it's not doing anything yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off and then turn it back on. Once it turns on, you're gonna see this should bind down and then up. Remember, we didn't get a manual with ours, but yours probably will. Down. Okay, there we go. Okay, so you can hear the deet deet. Pretty cool. Look at that. Lean left, lean right, lean forward, lean back. Pretty sweet. Now, I don't know how high this is going to go, so you can see right here. And yes, these side lights are flashing, and this top one is solid. So I kind of wish it was flip-flop. Maybe we can flip-flop that at some point. But I've got enough room. I should be able to take off here. So I'm going to try it by going up, nothing, down, nothing. Okay? I'm in speed slow. I'm going to just go ahead and hit takeoff. Oh, so sweet. Oh yeah, look at that. That's got a huge blade set too for how big this helicopter is. And I just want to see, oh yeah, it does. It does look so sweet. Oh yeah, baby. That is so gorgeous. Man, that is good. It's really good control. It's got a little bit of a drift, but it's not bad. Let's see if it goes up. Nope, didn't go up much when I did that, so that's pretty awesome. So as I traverse all this stuff, I want to see how it does. Look how sweet it is for holding its altitude.
Yeah.
It's doing a great job.
It sounds really good.
Oh, yes. And it even leans. You see how it leans? I love it. It leans better than some of them are locked in too much, if you ask me. Okay? So I'm assuming this one's going to go upside down. Now let's see it drift. Does it drift? It just kind of keeps going until it relaxes. Okay, now it's really drifting. But at the same time, I want to show you this, guys, because here's the thing. Watch what happens when I go up into the fan wash up here. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's doing great. It's got plenty of power. Man, that is absolutely fantastic. Way better than Consuela. I mean, I got to say, way better in terms of control authority. And I got to say, I like a good flying helicopter, but I like even better a good flying helicopter. Let's go over here and see if I can fly it in front of myself. Just give it a wide berth if you're uncomfortable.
Okay.
Man, that looks so good, guys. I want to see if I can get it to hold still because it is actually doing a great job. I want to get the tail turned the other way too so that you can see it. That is so awesome. Look at this, guys. That is beautiful. And I want to see if I can land it. Okay, so let's see if we can land it.
Okay.
Okay, so pulling back on the sticks definitely makes it go a little bit of rotation. Okay, so let's see if I can just put it down here, just pulling the stick down. Oh, and then it really gets aggressive about going down. So it actually has a downward. Okay, so it's trying to hold that position. Now I'm gonna hit land. Landing. And then it stops. So kind of a unique behavior as it pertains to that. Now, I don't want to hit the 3D rotation because I don't know exactly how to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to recharge and then we'll fly outside. Guys, if you want to help support Brian Phillips RC and all of our RC exploits, look no further than the links in the video description below. You can get one of these absolutely sweet RC era, the C032s, which is, of course, the Huey. And yes, there are going to be other liveries, and we're super excited to work with RC Era on a direct basis and some of the other amazing distributors that are selling these days. So in the days to come, hopefully we'll be able to show you the other liveries. And these things are getting really good, okay? So if you've always wanted to have a Huey, but you can't afford to get, a big Flywing or some other mid-sized offering that cost a lot more in a full-on heli drone, this might be the ticket because I'll tell you what, it feels and operates a little bit better than what we've seen from competitive offerings, okay? So this is very good. And boy, oh boy, does it not look like a stinking model that you would have bought as a kid if you were a boy. This is awesome, guys. So check it out. Links in the video description below. You can buy one for yourself. We're gonna charge this battery for a minute and we're gonna meet you outside and fly again. But you already saw that at the beginning of the video. So guys, thanks so much for watching and stay tuned. There's so much more right around the corner on Brian Phillips RC.